Hey boardies, welcome to AmassGames. My name is Simon. Today we're looking at Shitenno. This is by Ludonaute. This came out, I think, 2011. This is a game I discovered. I managed to get it secondhand for like £1 or something like this. And it's a game all about I pick, you choose as a mechanism. Now you might have seen on the front cover, the artwork is actually by Dutrait. So very famous artist going on here. And as you can see, this is the Edo period, or about to enter the Edo period. Someone even left some notes in here. They actually left in some timers as well, because they think if some people take too long, they can choose to use these abilities as well, just to speed up the game. So this is a game whereby you're trying to get the most points over a number of rounds, depending on the number of players, determined by koku, which is a currency that can run out, or kamons. Kamons basically represent something in the game which relates to, I guess, control over these various provinces, and that is how the game is going to go. Now you might see I'm handling out these various different bonus tiles. These bonus tiles come in 3 types. I'm trying to do it face down initially just to show you how it's going to work, but as you can see I'm doing into 8 different piles, and they're going to go wherever you like on the board, as I can see over here. Now, if you have any questions, always do let me know via the comments on YouTube. Like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. And check out other videos on the channel as well, including potentially more I pick, you choose games. There is another one which came out more recently, which I can tell you about in a future video. Also, please make sure you head through to the podcast, Instagram, TikTok, X, etc. as well. And lastly, make sure you like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell, of course, to make sure we catch up on all the latest updates. Apart from that, if you are not already subscribing, I know with most YouTube channels, people aren't subscribing. I think you might find some new stuff coming to the channel quite interesting. Everyone's going to take a bag like this. This is who I most recently played as. It makes no difference. It's just the person playing as, which can go like back in the bag if you want to. And you're going to need a number of these kamon. As I mentioned, these are tokens relating to controlling these various provinces, and they'll get you points. So you need to get these out of the bag. Put 4 back in if you're playing as a 4. I have played this at all player counts, which is a 2 to 4 player game. That means it's a 2, 3, or 4 player game. And as you can see, I've moved it slightly out of shot. I didn't want to zoom out and lose any quality. This is being filmed in 4K. So you might wonder why some of these are yellow. Well, I'll come on to that later. But crucially, it relates to how much control you are going to have of these various provinces. So let me show you how the game's going to work. You're going to have these tokens, koku. So koku is the currency back in the day. And you're going to shuffle these up, and you're going to deal them out here. So as you can see, some of them have a value 3. That's better ones. Some have value 2, and some are value 1. So you're going to shuffle that up. Like I said, when this draw deck runs out, then the game will end. But let's say we're playing as a 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. That is going to be initial selection that you're going to offer up if you happen to be the lead daimyo, and ultimately decide who is going to take what. Also, you're going to be shuffling up these, I guess, power or control, these tribe tokens. You can see there's various types. You have Bushi, Samurai, Shinobi, and Sohei. They're the 4 types. And you can see some of them have got 2 symbols on them, some have got 1. So 1, 2 to each player. So let's just say I've got that. And then you're going to deal out another 8. So you've got 4 here, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So 8 plus 4. You're going to then display all these. And for the time being, just to make it easier, I'm going to place them on the center of the board. And let's just take these off to one side. So I'm going to lay these out and say, okay, I need to split and choose up these koku. I've got a Bushi. I've got some Sohei going on here, some more Sohei, some more Bushi. And however I wish to, I can offer it up. So if I'm playing as a 4, the most obvious thing is there's 12 cards. Let's pick 3 of them. So let's say 1 koku, let's say a double Sohei and a Shinobi, and see if the next person down is going to want it. Now, how do you decide who is even the starting player? Well, there are 4 different characters, and on the first round, you're not going to use your abilities, but I'll come back on and tell you what they do. But you're going to shuffle these up and basically hand them out. Whoever's got the one with the 4 mon symbol on it is going to go first, and they're going to be the person distributing these out. What they're going to do as well, in addition to saying, okay, I want to offer the person, that's going to be with the shomeo, so the person with a 3 mon, if they decline it, it's going to go 2, then 1. If not, the person who initially offered it is going to have to take whatever was declined, and then the 3rd mon person is then going to offer whatever's left, whatever they want to offer, to level 2 and 1. Let's say level 2 take whatever cards they're going to take. Then it's going to be down to a part of it is going to be left to person A, and a part that left to person B, and they're going to decide what they're going to take in turn order. So we are now also, in addition to say, let's say the person's offering this, they're offering a double Sohei, as I mentioned, and I know I'm kind of not making extra space here, but I think it's hopefully clear. So maybe I've offered this up. I've offered 2 Sohei, 1 Koku and Shinobi. You're also going to offer up that special ability token. Why do you do this? Well, firstly, it tells you who's going to start off the next round, so we know in turn order who's going to be offering to that, to that. If they all decline again, this person's going to take it. If this person's offering, let's say, initially then that person, they might accept it, which means then it's down to this person to offer something to this person. And again, there's only 50-50 left now, so they can take half or whatever it is, and this other person is going to be left with whatever's left. So I'm offering up this. Now, this person in round 2 onwards, which I'll show how that works, is going to get an additional 2 points if they claim something. This person is going to claim 1 thing each time they claim something. You're claiming 0 to 2 things once you've taken your cards in turn order. This person lets them flip over one of these black tokens to be yellow. Don't worry, I'll explain what that means in a second. And lastly, this acts as an additional one of the things you've already got. So let me show you how it's going to work. This is very bizarrely called an even year. So year 0, we're now offering stuff up. And then the year 1, or the odd year, is actually when we're going to start claiming our provinces. So right now, I've said, right, I guess warrior leader, general, I'm going to offer you this. Do you want to accept it? Let's say they say yes. Now just remember, everyone's going to have their 2 secret things initially as well. So I've got myself a Sohei and I've got myself a Shinobi. So let's say I've offered it to somebody, or imagine the next person's got it, and then they've got all these things. Well, what can I do with it? Well, you want to try and control these things. In this case, this is quite a good example. This person needs 3 Sohei to claim it. So let's say everything's now been claimed, because everything's been offered up. Then what's going to happen is this person needs 3 Sohei, which they've got, and 1 Shinobi to place a Kamon token here. Kamon is pronounced or spelt K-A-M-O-N. They can place one there. So in turn order, again, starting off where there is this daimyo, is now going to be able to spend as many cards as they want to claim one of these places. So this one's going to cost you 3 Shinobi, or sorry, 3 of these guys, 3 Samurai and Shinobi. This is going to cost you 3 Shinobi and a Samurai. This is going to cost you 4 Bushi. This is going to cost you 4 of those guys, Soheis and a Shinobi. Again, you're getting more points though. This is 5 Shinobi, and this happens to be 4 Samurai, a Sohei, and lastly, you've got 4 Bushi and a Sohei. So all different things, cheaper stuff, fewer points, more points, harder to do. So let's say I've just spent all these cards, 1, 2, 3, and a Shinobi. I can now place this here, I get 3 points. But because I happen to have the +2, I can get 2 more points. And again, you can place up to 2 things on your turn. So my first thing is I did this one. Now the benefit for that is I get this token. You flip it over. Now this person in this place, Hokkaido, now needs 3 Sohei and a Samurai. But I've now got this ability. Anytime I want, I can spend it. This ability gives me whatever the top card is, which say is this guy, 2 Bushi. And now that ends, well, it would end my turn because you can see nothing is cheap enough with only 2 Bushi. But I'll gain myself 5 points. That would end my turn. I say I'll stop there. Now there is an opportunity sometimes whereby this is, for example, you can basically convert one of your cards, so I can convert my Shinobi into something else. Or in this case, I can convert a Koku, as it says, into something else. So I can convert this Koku into a Bushi. I've now got 3 Bushis in the Shinobi. 3 Bushi, unfortunately, it's not a Shinobi. Now, in addition to paying 3, I can pay the cost in Koku. So if I had 3 Koku, I could have gone here, or here, or here, or 5, or 5. And again, they get more expensive. So, and if you want to, you might want to do Koku earlier on. The advantage of keeping Koku at the end of the game is it's 1 point for each Koku you have. Now, if you've got, let's say, 6 Koku, because you've got 2, 3 cards, or you've got 2 of these cards, let's say for 4, you won't get change for going here, and you must go in turn order. At the end of the game, which again, when this runs out, or someone has played the 8 things, or however many, depending on the players, then you're going to look through it all. And let's say we've got 1 here, we've got red is here, green is here, and let's say blue is over here. Well, black will win because it's the leftmost position. If you've got black, blue, blue, green, then blue will win because blue's got the most things here, and they will score 6 points. So each of these places will score an additional 6 points to whoever has the majority. Ties broken in favour of who's to the left. So black, blue, blue, black will still go to black. Now, we've talked about these characters. This character gives you 2 each time you place, maximum 2 placements. We've talked about Somio, so 1 point, max 2 placements. Again, all maximum, so you get 2 points out of the Shomio. Then you've got this guy, who, again, imagine you've got black, blue, blue, red. Then with this guy, if you've got it, when you're placing stuff out, once per turn, anywhere you've already got something out, you can flip your thing over. So now if it was black, blue, blue, red, black will be winning, or has won. because it's worth 2. So that's worth 2 blues, but this is to the left. Unless that happened to be black as well, happened to be blue, then black will win, because 2 against 2, tie's broken favour to the left, and then green or whatever. It's still worth going here, it's still 9 points. He's just not going to get 6. In the last game, I still got 9 points going somewhere, even though I wouldn't still get the 6 points. And the last guy, this one is basically mirroring one of the cards you already got. So if I play Shinobi, it's now worth 2. It's always worth an extra 1 doing that one. Very nice pieces, nice large tiles, nice cards to go through. Again, I'll quickly whip through and tell you how it works with different player counts. So yes, I do like all player counts. It's a bit nippier maybe with fewer players. It's actually quick with 4 players though. So you're playing with 8 control, 10 with 3, 12 with 2 players. And as you can see here, the amount of troop cards you're going to get. So I showed you 8 and 4 in a 4-player game, but you get fewer cards with fewer players. So 4 and 2, 6 and 3 with 2 or 3 players respectively. Nice artwork. I like the pieces. It's a fairly tight game. Sometimes it's down to literally just one place in it. And I might even try and do a live tutorial teach. So I'll have someone actually watching me show how you play this game and see if they have any questions as we go along. And therefore they might well have the same questions that you have too. But no, did enjoy playing this one. It stayed in the collection. Like I said, finally played all player counts. Has taken some time to do so. Again, you do get extra points, remember, for having any leftover koku. But in the last game, I happened to spend it all, partially because I couldn't recall that you actually need them at the end in terms of tie break. The rules, by the way, are in German, French and English. As again, 1 point per koku in hand, double points worth 2 koku, 3 per koku for triple. And again, you can see that most favour points wins. In case of a tie, it's broken in favour of the mon. It's the final round as well. Thanks for watching. For now, enjoy this game. Back to the table.